Yo, what's going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we're going to talk about Incense Burners, which is something Mod Timbo's working on for GameJam. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, so Incense Burners. This is something that Mod Timbo is doing to try to make the firemaking skill relevant. Again, with these game jams, none of it is set in stone. It is subject to feedback, not finalized, and may not come into the game for a number of reasons. Just gotta have that caveat out there before I get into these kinds of things. That being said, anything discussed in this video, if you have any feedback, hit up Mod Timbo at JagXTimbo on Twitter is probably the best way to get a hold of him, or Reddit forums, etc. But Mod Timbo's the one you want to talk to for anything discussed in this video. Anyways, the aim of this project, like I said, is to give firemaking what they're calling key milestones, which is something that Mod Timbo actually mentioned last year, 2017's RuneFest, where he wants to make every skill have some kind of reason that players would want to train this skill and also work towards, and also providing a new consumption for items that are overproduced. Good example of a key milestone that we've had for many years now is overloads for herb lore. So the basic idea for Incense Burners is to combine herbs with some prayer ashes and logs to create some kind of consumable in your inventory that when you burn it will give some kind of effect to your player. Now the herb you combined with the burner determines the kind of effect you're going to get, and each herb has its own different gameplay effect. So as I slightly alluded to earlier, Incense Burners are going to be created with prayer ashes, herbs, and logs of the appropriate level of the herb. Each herb's associated with a certain tier of log and prayer ash. All these ingredients are required to make the main consumable item, the Incense Burner, and there will be different items for each different type of herb. They will be named according to their herb. For example, a Ranarr burner, a Torstal burner, Spiritweed burner, you get the idea. The emphasis will be on the herb type. A firemaking level will be required in order to craft the Incense Burners, and the higher the tier log, the higher level would be required. So upon lighting an incense burner, it's consumed and you gain a 30-minute buff associated with the type of burner you lit. Every 10 minutes, the effect increases in potency as the incense burner starts to burn, and after 40 minutes, you have achieved the maximum potency for that effect. You'll be able to burn up to 2 incense burners to have a maximum duration of 60 minutes. If the effect ever runs out, you will need to wait another 40 minutes to go back to full potency. You can also choose to overload the incense burner as you light it and add up to 3 extra whole incense burners, and it begins to burn the maximum potency from the beginning while also lasting 60 minutes. Incense burners will be tradable, but they will require the firemaking level in order to use them, so keep that in mind. Here are just some of the effects suggested for some of the incense burners. Bear in mind that some of these are not listed, but we'll go over the ones that we do have. Marintil provides the same bonus as the corrupt auras. Haralander will act as a musician when you're resting and restores more the more potent it is. Ranarr will reduce the rate at which prayers are drained, effectively providing a prayer bonus that stacks. Spiritweed will replenish special attack energy for summoning familiars over time. Irrit will reduce the damage the player takes from poison until complete immunity at full potency. Aventoe has a chance to improve items created. For example, when it goes off, making a bow will automatically string it. Cleaning herbs will automatically make them to unfinished potions. That kind of idea. Snapdragons will have your stats restore much quicker, and obviously the rate increases with potency. Lantadime, the increased duration of potions when you drink them. Dwarf Weed increases the chance of banking items that are produced or dropped by monsters. Torstal will increase the amount of XP earned. Fellstock will increase the chance of elite monsters spawning. Arguay will automatically scent your traps, and after reaching full potential starts to bait those traps. And finally, Samadin will reduce the chance to deplete any sources that you happen to be skilling at. Next up, I'll talk about exactly what is needed to make each type of incense burner. For Guam, Terramin, and Marintil, you'll need logs and Impis ashes. For Haralander and Ranarr, you will need oak, logs, and again Impis ashes. Toadflax and Spiritweed will require willow logs and Impis ashes. Irrit and Wurgolly will require maple logs and accursed ashes. Aventoe, Quorm, Bloodweed, and Snapdragon will require Acacia logs and accursed ashes. All the Herblore Habitat herbs will require yew logs and accursed ashes. Cannantine, Lantadime, and Dwarfweed will require yew logs and infernal ashes, and Torstol and Felstock will require magic/corrupt magic logs and infernal ashes. In order to make these, the ingredients are pretty simple. All you need is 1 of the appropriate herb, 2 of the appropriate log, and 2 of the appropriate ashes. So that's pretty straightforward. That's what you got so far in this design document regarding incense burners. Again, contact Mod Timbo if you have any suggestions, and as always, I do have a link to this design document down in the description below, so if you do want to read it off in its entirety, head on over there to do so. With that being said, let me know what you guys think about it, and I am close off the video there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.